Hi, I'm Dr. Dave Levatnak of Doctor's Choice Physical Medicine and Rehab in Pottsville, Pennsylvania. And today we're going to look at shoulder pain and shoulder dysfunction. So we're going to go through a couple of screening things that we typically do at the office to look at problems for pain in the shoulders. And it doesn't matter whether you have a frozen shoulder or torn labrum in your shoulder, an impingement syndrome, or a rotator cuff problem. These are just simple screening things, and some of these things you can do at home to look at your shoulder to see what your shoulder function looks like. So I have Melaine here with me today, and we're going to go through these evaluations. And Melaine's actually pretty good at this problem. She's not at these screenings. She's not having much of a shoulder problem at all. So the first one we're going to do is from the National Academy of Sports Medicine. Okay? And the first one, Melaine, you can put your arms out in front of you. Okay? Well, just like you had them. Okay? And we're going to go up over your head. And Melaine's right against the wall, and she can get her hands flat against the wall, and there's no arch in her back, and her shoulder flexion, bringing her arms up, is very good. Bring them down, and the next screen is hands this way, and bring them out to the side, and again, she can get flat against the wall, no arching in her back. She's very good at that. Okay? Now, it becomes a little bit more difficult now. We're going to put her elbows against the wall, and we're going to externally rotate her shoulders so her hands are flat against the wall, and we're looking at what's happening here. And in Melaine's case, nothing too much is going on. This is pretty solid. I don't see any compensations going on. Now the next test that we're going to do is where I see problems for most of the people with shoulder problems. We're going to come down, and we're going to internally rotate, and you can see her that she compensates a little bit. We're going to do that again. If you watch the shoulder, you'll see it come forward towards you a little bit. So she has a little bit of tightness up in there, but it's not bad. I have some people that can just come down this far and that's it. Okay? That's as much internal rotation they have. And if they go further than that, you start to see something like this happening. Okay? The other compensation I see a lot is when they go to internal rotation is that they'll drop their arm down like that. Okay? Those are all compensations. But Melaine is pretty good. She just has a little bit of compensation in her shoulder. Okay? Now another one that we look at for impingement syndrome is she's going to take her arm, touch her other shoulder, and bring her elbow up over her head. And typically if you're getting a pinch on your supraspinatus muscle in your shoulder, that's going to hurt. Didn't bother you at all, did it?
Nope.
Okay? So if you could turn around for us. This other screening part is from Functional Movement Systems, and would like to bring this arm up and touch the other shoulder, the spine of the scapula right there, the shoulder blade. And she did that very easily. Okay? Now the other screening part is to bring it back and touch the bottom of it, and she did that very easily too. Okay? So essentially Melaine's shoulder looks very good. The only problem we saw is a little bit with internal rotation. Okay, you can turn around for us, please. So if you can do those tests at home and see what you like, what you are like. If you're having problems with that, you're definitely having the shoulder dysfunction that should be looked at closer. Because typically what happens as the shoulder starts to dysfunction, you start to compensate with your neck, and you start to develop neck problems, and you certainly don't want that. So if you think you have any problems like that, just give us a call at Doctor's Choice Physical Medicine and Rehab in Pottsville, Pennsylvania, and we'll be glad to take a look at you.